A bottle of white, a bottle of red, perhaps a bottle of rosé instead. They say in vino veritas. To that I say, let's raise a glass.
Welcome back to Got Knowledge, where you'll not only brush up on your blind tasting skills, but also enhance the enjoyment of your next glass of wine. My name is DeniZe, your virtual partner in wine. Tonight's session in How to Taste, a guide to enjoying wine by Jancis Robinson is the tasting experience. All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely tasters, players. Why the Shakespeare? Well, we're about to begin the second act of Robinson's guide, How to Taste. And for me, there are many similarities between creating the best environment for enhancing the wine tasting experience and setting the stage for a memorable performance. And since Shakespeare plays are full of references to wine, all the more reason. A lot of thought is given to when to raise the curtain. Would a matinee or an evening performance attract a larger audience? And the same consideration is given to the time of day a wine tasting should take place. Whether it's a professional, personal, private, or picnic setting, what we need to keep in mind is when our senses are at their keenest. Early in the day is when our senses are at their keenest. But unless you're staging a textbook tasting in a clinical environment, a late morning matinee tasting might not attract an alert audience. But a tasting as a prelude to a meal will certainly draw an appreciative crowd. However, if your heart is set on a serious tasting, minus the blinding white lights and the distraction of food, try a Sunday morning tasting, either solo or with a cast of friends. This will ensure that you'll be relaxed and your senses reliable reviewers. In the sessions to come, we'll be looking into the whys and wherefores of proper lighting in physical environment. In possible distractions, what pre-tasting curveballs could throw your palate's performance. We'll also learn that a rosé, by any other name, might not smell as sweet if we neglect to follow the rules of etiquette found in smells, scents, and fragrances. In the right temperature, to chill or not to chill will be the question to which we will finally have a spirited answer. Last but not least, Hamlet had his skull and Romeo his poison. It wouldn't be a theatrical production or a proper tasting without props. In decanters and glasses, we'll put the finishing touches on our production with a list of appropriate props. As the curtain falls, I hope this preview of things to come has whet your appetite and enthusiasm for this blog's version of Grape Expectations. Yes, I know it's not Shakespeare, but Charles Dickens was also no stranger to the fruit of the vine. Well, that concludes tonight's session. Tune in next week for Physical Environment. Thank you for joining me, and remember, got knowledge? Pass it on.
A bottle of red, a bottle of white, it all depends upon your appetite. I'm here on Tuesday, so drop by. Arrivederci, ciao, goodbye.